Keys to your inner kingdom. The magnificent life is truly revealed in man's inner spiritual self. There in that hidden inner kingdom, he may find the power, the beauty and peace that he seeks. There he may experience the ecstasy reserved for those who become tuned to the divine force that reflects in all men. We are told, "It is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, and behold, the kingdom of God is within you." Mystics and sages since time immemorial have spoken of this inner kingdom. To find it in this day and age of commerciality requires certain keys, for it is only by unlocking certain doors with these spiritual keys that man may truly find the comfort, peace, and security of this mystical realm, which is his inner kingdom. The first key is harmony. There is order and harmony in all the universe. When your mind is clouded with chaos and confusion, it is impossible for the inner kingdom to be revealed. God speaks to man in that still small voice within which can only be heard when the conscious clamor is stilled. When there is order and harmony within your own mind, this inner voice may guide you. It knows your right work, the environment you should reside in, the health you should have, the love you desire, the friends you require for happiness. This inner intelligence is trying to speak to you, to lead you into that inner kingdom where new worlds will be revealed. To find this harmony and order, then, it is essential to still your own confused mind, to retire from life and people occasionally, and reflect on the purpose of life. A. Do not live for the world entirely. There are times when it is essential that you find completion within the self. You are an isolated entity in life, tied only to the God who gave you birth. You must learn to enrich your inner self so that solitude is not a curse. There are times when you may have to be alone, and if your soul is not stilled, if you have not learned to rely on your own inner resources, you will suffer loneliness and unhappiness. B. Retire into the self occasionally with your thoughts, books, music, or some creative gift. You will find then that new and more glorious riches will be revealed to your inner spiritual eye. When you retire into this inner kingdom, do not let any person or disturbing, negative thought enter with you. Close the door to the outer world and put yourself in tune with the music of the spheres. C. Radiate harmony to all you meet in your everyday contacts. If you wish to live in harmony, it is essential that you radiate harmony in your relationships with people in your home. Try to create harmonious relations, even if it is necessary to withdraw in seeming defeat. You will be the victor in the long run, for control of self is the most important essential in attaining harmony. In your business environment, try practicing harmony and order. Meet others with a smile, and let your entire attitude be one of good cheer and happiness. It will soon pay big dividends and will have the added advantage of increasing your energy threefold. The second key is kindness. Kindness is a potent spiritual force. It unlocks many doors and releases to the world a dynamic form of energy which is irresistible. Show this kindness to those around you first, and no matter how negatively they may react at first, continue to give out kindness and bless them with your thoughts. Soon there will be an amazing change in their attitude toward you. Kindness heals the minds and bodies of others. The world gives you back the type of treatment you give it. People are sensitive, even though they may appear harsh and cruel on the surface. Everyone wants to be treated with consideration. Fear causes most people to be cruel. They fear that others are apt to take advantage of them. If you completely disarm them with kindness, you will remove one of the principal barriers to happy relations with others. Through kindness, you unlock the power within your inner kingdom. It flows in a radiant stream to others. You are doubly enriched, for you help the world, and in turn, the world helps you. The third key is joyous acquiescence. When we are in conflict with ourselves or our environment, the beauty and peace of the inner kingdom is completely shattered. There are certain restrictions in life which are inevitable. Times when tragedy strikes, when unhappiness threatens, when poverty seems imminent. To meet such situations with terror, worry, or resentment blocks the divine intelligence within and shuts the gate of your prison house, making you a lifelong prisoner to hopelessness and despair. To acquiesce means to tacitly consent, or to accept the inevitable without undue agony of mind or struggle. To joyously acquiesce means to submit quietly and peacefully to that which is inevitable. This is not passive resistance, for all resistance is removed from the consciousness. We do all we can to help a situation improve itself. But if we find ourselves inundated by a negative condition, we withdraw into our inner kingdom and say, "Father, thy will be done." The fourth key is peace of mind. Mind is an unruly force when it is not controlled. Your conscious mind is an instrument of torture if you allow it to wander aimlessly uphill and down. The mind must be made to heel like an obedient dog, as the ancient masters said. You must tell your mind what to think and what not to think. When it starts thinking of personal strife or external wars, chaos and depression, fear and hate, worry and limitation, pull it back to the positive, peaceful thoughts that you wish it to entertain. The best method for attaining this peace or inner tranquil state of mind is to pick up a book and let your mind dwell on its message, or to turn on the radio and become interested in a program of beautiful music. Many times sitting down and writing out in detail the things that are worrying you will help dissipate them and establish the peace which has been temporarily shattered. To attain peace, it is vital that you control others instead of letting them control you. People must not be permitted to bring their problems, their negativity, their confusion, commonness, and vulgarity into your circle. When this is permitted, your peace of mind will desert you. Control people with firmness, for when they are unevolved, their basic animal natures are predominant, and they lack consideration and spirituality. Do not let them put their clouds in your sky, for often they are jealous of your happiness, and they have a selfish desire to destroy it. The fifth key is creative power. Nothing will open doors to your inner kingdom so readily as this one great key. You were born to create, not children alone, but beauty for the world. To each has been given a gift. To find that creative gift is the entire purpose of life. To fully unlock this creative power within yourself, it is vital that you be inspired. Inspiration can be mental, physical, or spiritual. If you are creating on the physical plane alone, your creative gifts will be limited. If you are creating on the mental plane, in the realm of ideas, literature, art, music, speech, etc., your powers will be more expansive. If you are creating mentally for the benefit of others, you will unlock greater power, for unselfish purpose lends itself to greater energy and creative inspiration than selfishness. If your creative power is released on the spiritual plane, your gifts will flourish and radiate to the entire world. This spiritual plane is the cosmic adjustment which man must make to the universe before he is fully attuned to the highest form of intelligence that exists. When we create on the spiritual plane, we lose sight of the personal element. We create for the sheer love of creating beauty for the entire world. We then work to create for the race, to better and improve social conditions, to eliminate war, to make the world a better place in which to live, to evolve philosophies and codes of ethics which lead to the elevation of the standards of all peoples, regardless of race, color, or creed. The sixth key is visualization. This key to the inner kingdom is a vital one. Visualization reveals new dimensions to life, new horizons to explore, new experiences to share. It was inner vision which caused what to see in steam the power to turn motors. It was visualization which caused Franklin to harness the lightning bolt. Inner vision produced Edison's electric light bulb, Marconi's wireless, Bell's telephone, Whitney's cotton gin. We are indebted to some man's visualizing for radio and television, sulfa, drugs and penicillin, the airplane and trains. Turn to your inner kingdom and seek the answer to life's baffling problems. Ask advice and guidance. Seek new inventions, musical compositions, stories, industrial improvements, financial security. When you turn to this inner kingdom and let the divine intelligence flow through you, You become an unobstructed channel for all the ideas that have ever been conceived by the mind of man, and a repository for new ideas, new forms and patterns, still unborn in the womb of time. Emerson has spoken of this universal mind. There is one mind common to all individual men. Every man is an inlet to the same, and to all to the same. He that is once admitted to the right of reason is made a freeman of the whole estate. What Plato has thought he may think. What a saint has felt he may feel. What at any time has befallen any man he can understand. Who hath access to this universal mind is a party to all that is or can be done, for this is the only and sovereign agent. The seventh key is wisdom. The greater the capacity of your brain, the greater will be the accumulated knowledge you store in your brain cells. As knowledge increases, wisdom grows. New and amazing doors are opened by an expanded consciousness. New values evolve as our comprehension of the phenomena of life grows. We become citizens of the universe as we probe and investigate all things. Wisdom comes through knowledge we absorb from several sources. 1. Through studying the self. The mystery of all life is bound up in the atoms and cells composing your own brain and body. The ocean is reflected in a drop of water, the universe in an atom. Begin then to study self, to know actions and reactions, to apply philosophy to a better understanding of the invisible causes back of the visible effects of life. 2. Wisdom grows by studying others. We live in a world composed of people. We share a universal experience, a consciousness that reflects the divine. Unless we know people, their requirements, their limitations, their dreams and aspirations, we cannot hope to fulfill our obligation to them, nor can we hope to attract the best from them. A study of philosophy, psychology, biology, physiology, evolution, economics, history, and science is essential to give us a complete picture of the origin and evolvement of the entire human race. 3. Wisdom is acquired by studying laws of nature. There are many invisible laws back of all visible phenomena. The law of gravity, the law of growth, the causative law, and the law of cycles, these are only a few of the immutable and fixed laws which govern man and determine his conduct. Wisdom is a sum total of knowledge, and as knowledge is constantly expanding, we never really attain the ultimate in wisdom. When this human experience and physical body and material realm is ended, the body undergoes a change and is transmuted to another form of energy. The mind and soul too undergo a similar change and prepare for a journey into the beyond. To the accumulation of knowledge, then, it is desirable that man add his speculative theories as to soul migration, life on the invisible planes, and the possibility of an actual conscious existence beyond this mortal plane. As we speculate more and more, theories multiply, until finally, speculation solidifies into fact, and fact bears the name of organized knowledge. Then we reach the realm of science, that field in which theories are proved. The fact that man has not attained that realm of intelligence yet, wherein he may scientifically prove soul survival or belief in a God, is no evidence that he cannot so attain it. Mind grows through usage, and we are only now on the threshold of astounding new developments in science, which may reveal the very mystery of life itself. The eighth key is faith. Faith sustains man when all else fails him. It is only through faith that God is revealed. Faith in yourself, your future destiny, your God, these are essential requisites for unlocking the mystical doors to your inner kingdom. There comes a time in life when man can go no further in his physical and material quest for the answer to the mystery of life. Matter is dense and seemingly incapable of interpenetration, but we know that this is only an illusion to the physical eye. With the spiritual eye, man may penetrate to the core of the earth. He may reach out into space and explore the moon. He may divine mysteries beyond this earth. Faith is the key that unlocks the door to the eternal miracle power of the living God. As man has more and more faith in this supreme power which penetrates the interstices of the solid universe, he sees therein an ebb and flow of perpetual power and superior intelligence. His faith makes it apparent that this supreme intelligence exists. Visible proof exists in growing things, the change of the seasons, the gravity pull of the planets, the beat of the heart, the circulation of the blood. These are physical and visible evidences of a power, an intelligence beyond anything man can conceive or explain. He does not stop doubting that these miracles exist, merely because he cannot see the agency which produces them. To him who has faith is revealed the invisible mystery beyond the visible domain, the unseen light beyond the known spectrum, the divine melodies unheard by the physical ear, the dazzling sights unseen by human eyes. The world operates under divine law. This divine law is accepted by faith, because to do otherwise would be to violate the intelligence inherent in man and in nature. Dr. Carlos Musser, in Euler, aptly expresses it. Because of the law of gravitation, the apple falls to the ground. Because to the law of the growth, the acorn becomes a mighty oak. Because of the law of causation, a man is as his thinketh in high hearth. Nothing can happen without its adequate cause. The ninth key is courage. It took courage for man to conquer the earth, to rise above the limits of his cave and seek the light of day, to master the forces of the sea and find new lands, to subdue the gravity pull of the earth and fly through space. Courage is the most potent key which man possesses to unlock the invisible doors to his inner kingdom. Courage can be created first by having confidence in yourself, by believing and knowing that you are a child of God and that nothing can harm you. Second, by doing those things which you are confident you can do well, and then graduating to more difficult tasks until your ability is assured. You must develop courage to meet life with its ever-changing experiences and scenes. Courage to tackle new ventures. Courage to try new ideas. Courage to get out of the rut that is claiming you. Courage to dare follow your own ideals and dreams. Courage to rise again after you have been beaten down by life. The 10th key is love. And the greatest of these is love. We might easily make love the dominant law of our inner kingdom. Love is the embodiment of all the spiritual virtues. It represents the divine principle in action in the entire visible universe. Love transforms first the inner self and then the outer self. The personality must inevitably reflect the emotion of love. Love implies more than mere physical love. Mental love extends to friends and acquaintances. Spiritual love embraces the entire world. Love of God gives additional power and elevates the consciousness to the highest realm which man is capable of attaining. Love is the divine or creative intelligence released into the world by God. Man operates under this perfect law. When it is violated, all the debasing, animalistic emotions are released, which produce sin and sickness, war and suffering. Love is the perfect healing agent, healing mind and body. When love is suppressed or perverted into mere lustful channels, it often leads to mental and physical breakdowns. The creative expression of love on the highest mental and spiritual planes is essential to happy, balanced living. Love, when it is on the unselfish plane, is the complete purification of the self. It gives strength and courage, ennobles the human heart, and helps elevate the race consciousness. When love radiates in the human heart as a race consciousness principle, it is creative and constructive. When it exists on the self-plane, it is often used for self-aggrandizement and personal power. All forms of creative art thrive under the impetus of this divine afflatus. It stimulates, inspires, elevates, and spiritualizes all creative forms. Music, art, literature, singing, inventing, building, and even business success is given added impetus by this energy-building emotion. Keep the emotion of love on a high plane. Keep it unselfish and universal, rather than strictly personal. Keep it creative and recognize that it is a divine force, which is the life principle personified in man. It can be expressed as physical love or spiritual love. For perfect balance, all three expressions of love are normal and creative. As we grow older, love becomes less limited than it was in early youth and becomes personified in spiritual love rather than in its physical aspects. The 11th key is prayer. No study of the keys to your inner kingdom would be complete without an analysis of the power of prayer. The power of prayer can literally move mountains. Science now determines that prayer is an actual force as powerful as terrestrial gravity, and that it can heal the sick, give hope to the weary, and furnish mankind with motivation for constructive good. How shall prayer be used? Should we call on God merely for help when we want something? That would indeed be a limited concept of the miracle power put at man's disposal by the generous and loving Creator. Man should call on God every day of his life not just for something, but in an expression of perpetual gratitude for the beneficence granted man through God's mercy. Prayer without faith is dead. If we pray, really believing that God is our supply, our health, and that all our needs will be met, we need never fear lack or limitation. Prayer should be invoked not as a corrective medium, but a preventive. All-embracing faith should cause us to know that God provides that which we need. More will be supplied if we prove ourselves worthy of His infinite mercy. If we are in actual need of aid, if we are sick or poor or unfortunate, we should pray for understanding of His fair and just universal laws, which will reveal to us the methods by which we may put ourselves in tune with His infinite intelligence. When we clear our consciousness of our own negative and limited thoughts, His power radiates through us, pervading every atom and cell, and brings health, happiness, and prosperity.